Hello, beautiful people. So, guys, I know I promised I was going to do a detailed video on how we're able to rent our apartment, and like I mentioned, the company rented an apartment for us, a fully serviced apartment for us for 30 days. And I mentioned that immediately we got to the appointment, we started looking for our own apartment after finding out we couldn't retain the place because of the amount, because of the rental amount. Okay, so guys, there are different rental platforms you could use, especially when you're looking for an apartment within your budget. So the one we used was Idealista. You could use Idealista, you could use Photocasa, you could also use Habitat Clear as well. So there are lots of them, you know, user-friendly platforms you could use. So my husband was doing this search on Idealista. One good thing about Idealista is that you have to, there are filters you could use, especially when you're working with a budget. So you could sort by the relevance, you could sort by could be lowest price, most recent. It depends on the property type you're looking for. There's a range minimum, the rental type as well, if it is long term, if it is short term. Yeah, you could also select if it is a one bed, a two bed, the type of apartment you want. So we another the good thing is when these properties are listed, you would see also guys the way these properties are listed, they are listed in such a way that you actually see pictures, images of these houses, these apartments, and so you would know what you're looking at, and you find out that there are also details like the phone number of the agent or the landlord or the advertiser. Yeah, and also there is also an inbuilt feature, contact feature, where you can send the person a message. So the best option or your best bet would be to use the phone option, so you could at least call the person, or send the person a WhatsApp DM if the person's number is on WhatsApp, so that the person can actually you guys can actually talk and book a date for you to come and view this apartment, and you know what you're looking out for while considering the rent in mind. So we were looking at this, we looked at some apartments, we were able to send the agent messages, and for the ones that got back to us, we scheduled a time that would view the apartment. So the first one my husband went to see, usually whenever he goes out to view apartments, then I stay back home with the children, because I trust his judgment, and I trusted he was going to video the house properly, aside the images found on the website, and like I'm going to see what the house or what the apartment actually looks like. So we went. So the first one, apartment was cool, it was okay, but it was on the fifth, I sixth, seventh floor. I can't really remember. It was just too high, and it wasn't something that we were comfortable with. The apartment was not that big, and the price range, I think it was going for about 1,700, 1,800 euros. The location was cool, it was okay, but then we said no to it. Then we are looking out for another one. Just another one we went to see. That one, they had stuffs, like had lots of random stuffs they packed inside, and we even had to send um the property agency a message if they would remove those things there. So they got back to us later on and said the landlord said no, that whoever is renting the apartment has to take the apartment like that. I was like, I don't understand. Lots of, if it were to be Igbos, you say ngungu na ngungu. Like it, random stuffs that, I mean, we have nothing to, like, has not random stuffs that we wouldn't want to have anything to do with. And you're telling us to just rent the house like that. And we said, nah, we're not going for that. Then another key one that we went to see that actually caught our attention was in Fuenlabrada. It was nice. My husband saw it, actually sent the man a message. It was even a landlord that we spoke with, not even an agent. So the landlord was like, okay, that his wife speaks English, and when his wife is going to be available in the evening, that we could come when the wife available. So it was our first time leaving Moncloa, even me and the children. So we had to leave. We went to Fuenlabrada. We got down, you know. We in fact were even an hour earlier than the scheduled time. So when we were there out waiting outside, we later saw the man and the landlord and his wife. They were coming in. So I think they recognized my husband, maybe because, I mean, the color of our skin, black. They like Ebuka.